This is BaseDaKID, the hardcore casual, in association with the Undefeated podcast, proudly sponsored by Disturbing Sports London, and I'm delighted to finally be talking to Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren. Mr. Warren, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, young man?
I'm very well, and all the better for speaking with you. Now, Magnificent Seven. It's not a concept that is new for you. You've done it before, but it's been a while since you've done the last one. Tell me sort of how this one came about and how some of the matches sort of developed.
Well, we got obviously some really good talent on our books, and we were making quite a few interesting fights, and we were working out how we can get them away. And we said, look, let's just bunch them all up, turn it into Magnificent Seven, and let's give the fans a real night to remember, like we did in the past, previously. And this is a cracking night's boxing for the boxing fans. I mean, you've got something for everybody there. You've got some of the best young talent, some of the older talent. New signing Hannah, she's in there as well. This is great. If you're a fight fan, it doesn't get any better than this. 7 main events on one card.
Speaking of Hannah, actually, so yeah, brand new signing for you guys. She's going up against Emma Cozen, who is a very, very dangerous and tough opponent. Obviously took Clarissa Shields the distance, as well as some other fighters. What is it about Hannah that you think is going to allow her to get past this and win that world title?
Well, look, she has got a tough fight. She's got a lot of experience. I'm hoping that coming with us gives her a new lease of life, and I know she's really up for it, and she seems in a good place. So I'm hoping she's going to come through.
Okay, so also on the card, you've got Denzel Bentley versus Nathan Heaney. Talk to me a little bit about that fight. How did that one come about, and do you think this is the right time for Nathan?
Well, Nathan, we were looking to make him a big fight at Stoke City's ground over the summer, but unfortunately they had some work going on there and we couldn't hire the ground. The next time we can get in there, if indeed we can get in there, won't be until the end of May, June, and that's a long way away next year. So Nathan, has been driving me crazy for a significant fight. So we put this one together. This is a significant fight. It's going to be massive atmosphere. It's going to be great atmosphere there. It's going to be a fabulous night, and it's going to be a very, very interesting fight. He's in with Denzel, who's a top quality fighter. Nathan's undefeated. He's done everything that's been asked of him. So I think we're going to see something a little bit special between the two of them.
And obviously, if we go to the main event, I mean, Nick Ball against Isaac Dogo. That is an amazing fight. Who came up with that one, and why is this the right time for Nick?
It's because he's been moving in the right direction, and sometimes you've got to make the fights at the right time. And the opportunity's there. It's the final eliminator for the world title, so the winner of that, which I hope is going to be Nick, is in the position that he will fight for the title. And it is a tough fight for him. Isaac's a former WBO champion. Nick's undefeated at the moment, but he's got this momentum going, and we got belief in him. He's got belief in himself, and I'm hoping this is going to be his moment. Whatever happens, it's going to be a cracker of a fight, that's for sure.
Okay, now if we take it to your next big card, you've got the Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou fight popping up on 28th of October. I just saw the promo for it yesterday. Hats off, I've got to admit that promo was very enticing. Who came up with that, and where did that concept come from? Well,
the fight has been, as you say, the fight's on the 28th. Now all the promotion's kicking. It's a fabulous promo. It was put together. It was put together in Saudi. It's just a brilliant promo, and there's many more to come. It's going to be coming up to the fight. It's going to, like I said, this is going to be the biggest event I've ever been involved in. And the promotion of it is going to be something else. That new dome in Vegas, it's all on that. Everywhere in the world is going to have that. Everywhere. Every major site in the world is going to be seeing this. It's brilliant.
And speaking of that, the undercard obviously was announced a couple of weeks ago. It's an all heavyweight undercard by the looks of it. You've got Moses Atama on there. You've got you've got David Adelaide against Fabio Wardley. What was the thought behind some of those fights on there, especially that one where obviously the British title was supposed to be on the line initially and now can't seem to be put on there?
Well, we'll see what's going to happen. The idea behind it is they're great fights. We're in a business of putting great fights together. Look at that undercard. Look at the show on the 7. Look at Tyson's fight. Everything's on the line. These are major shows, big promotions, and there's many more to come.
Okay, now obviously speaking about that, just under 2 weeks ago, we did get the announcement that Fury versus Usyk was signed. Now, there's been a lot of people who have said, well, it's signed, but there's no date. There's nothing else has been given to us. So what was the idea and the reason behind putting out the announcement a couple of weeks back?
The reason the announcement was made is because we signed contracts, and to ensure that the IBF didn't call for a mandatory, we had to lodge those contracts. And once they were lodged, they would have told it Hrgovic's side, and they would have been announcing it. So that's why. So we bull by the horns and just told everybody it's signed, and that's what's happened. It's signed.
Okay, now with regards to that, it said that it's signed. It's supposed to be taking place within Riyadh season, so I'm assuming it must be completed by March when that finishes. So in the event that anything happened within this fight, Fury and Ngannou, or someone gets injured or something in training, if they were to carry an injury that took place or took them outside of that window, what would happen next?
Well, I'm not even thinking about it, so I haven't got an answer for you. We're just hoping everything goes to scheme. I'm not, we're positive. We're not negative. What I want to be thinking about, I don't want the negative thoughts around that. Where we are is it's signed. As we've delivered what everybody wanted, so let's get it over the line, and you'll be the happiest camper out there watching it.
Okay, and just before, just so you to give your chance to address any of the haters, if you want to call it that, the people that say that you only announced it maybe just to get more eyes on Fury and Ngannou, what do you want to say to those people?
I've just told you why it's been announced. What do I want somebody else announcing it? We lodged the contracts with the IBF, and then they tell Hrgovic connections, and then Matchroom announced the fight. Do me a favour.
And Frank, I will leave it there. Thank you very much for your time.
You look after yourself.